Hold on to your hats, kids. Get ready for eight-legged freaks. Ah! Eight-Legged Freaks is a movie from 2002. It's a monster movie from the producers of Independence Day and Godzilla. Now, by that, I mean Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich. Yeah, they brought you these big-budget disaster-ish kind of movies like Godzilla. Okay, well, it was a monster movie as well, but regardless of what you think about that movie, this is kind of in the same style. I mean, it's no Independence Day. The CGI effects, a few years after Independence Day are considerably worse. Who cares? This is a fun monster movie. Exactly what I wanted to see. And it's got some comedy in it. It makes fun of itself. It's so dumb that you can't not love this movie. Okay, so it's about giant spiders, right? Well, spiders that get mutated by this toxic waste or something. Toxic waste falls in the lake and gets absorbed by these I guess crickets or something. These crickets are fed to spiders in captivity, these rare breeds of spiders, and when they start eating these crickets, irradiated crickets, I suppose, they get really aggressive and they get much bigger. So you got giant spiders. Toxic waste equals giant spiders. That's the gist of this movie. I mean, and they throw in the human plot where there's there's a gold mine there, and they're thinking of shutting down the mine. I mean, even though this was the main source of income for this small town, you get the descendant of the original mine founder returns to town after an absence, and he wants to reopen the mines, and he wants to keep it going. And he's reunited with the town sheriff, who's this super hot female sheriff that they had some history back in the day, and he was always in love with her but never told her. And so basically it's a set-up romance right there. Okay, so we have monsters that are spawned by radiation. You have a small town with characters with a built-in romance plot, as well as an overarching kind of, story about the town. This sounds like a 50s movie. Like a 50s monster movie anyway, like something like Tarantula or whatever. And I think that's the point of it. But it's an updated creature feature kind of movie. And you get a lot of monster scenes in here with the giant spiders. Funnier, more contemporary kind of dialogue. It's not super boring with the setup, and it's just as dumb as those storylines were back in the 50s, but it serves a purpose here, and the characters are entertaining, and this movie just doesn't take itself very seriously, which I really like, because Roland Emmerich and Dean Devlin, I mean, they made those other movies. They made Independence Day and they made Godzilla. So, maybe you'd be expecting something a little bit more epic scale. No, this is a tribute to all those old monster movies from the 50s, and it's kind of a parody of those, but it's also kind of its own thing, because none of those movies were as intentionally funny as this one is. They made this to be dumb, and they made this to be laughed at, but laughing equals being entertained, right? So you might as well go for that in a subversive kind of way, rather than trying to impress people and tell them like Moonfall, the moon is full of aliens and whatever, and we're gonna crash the moon into the earth, and what the fuck? And he wants to take that seriously? Maybe I missed the point of that movie, but that one was played to be more serious with jokes interspersed in there. This movie, the entire thing is a joke. And I think that's a statement about the acting in this movie too. Everybody in it knows that this is just a ridiculous monster movie. So we're not winning any Academy Awards here, people. Let's just make a fun movie. We'll make it dumb. Who cares? Who cares if the plot doesn't make any sense? But it kind of does. Stupid, and the characters come off as stupid sometimes, and it's very self-aware. I quite enjoyed this. I mean, the acting is all good in here. David Arquette is really funny in this. Scarlett Johansson in a very early role for her here. Carrie Werrer, female kick-ass sheriff, and the guy, I don't remember his name offhand, the guy that plays like the mayor of the town who runs the ostrich farm. And there's layers in here, man. There's a lot of layers to this story. Oh, the conspiracy DJ as well. Don't remember his name either, but he broadcasts this like illegal radio station or whatever out of his trailer in the trailer park. And he's convinced from the very start that all this trouble is like aliens. And he's got like this phobia about being probed by aliens. But meanwhile, they're fighting all these giant spiders and he's still calling them aliens. Yeah, it's funny. It's very funny. Funny without being, Ace Ventura kind of funny. I guess kind of suspenseful. There's some jump scares and stuff like that. Let's look at the special effects, though. And the special effects aren't great in this. They're not terrible. They're convincing. Convincing enough. Certainly better than any of those 50s movies that's trying to make fun of. But one really funny thing about this is they gave the spiders, like, vocal sounds. They make, like, kind of like a... And they got, like, a weird little spider language. And it's like, I didn't think spiders had vocal cords, actually. But whatever, it works in this. Every once in a while, a spider would be just about to get shot or run over by a truck or something like that. And it's like, uh-oh. Just another one of those little touches that makes this goofy and fun. And I'm going to go ahead and give Eight-Legged Freaks a B+. A solid B+. Good, solid entertainment. Have a good one, everybody.